What's going on, everyone? It's your boy, the real true blue dip consultant. Back here packing fat lips and sucking big tits. I didn't want to do this because normally I stay away from political shit on this channel because it just really is jabber jabber. And for some of you that are wondering, do I have a lip in? Yes, I already do. Packed me a fat lip of Grizzly Lunga wintergreen. So, here's just a little article from Associated Press that talks about, that some of you may have already heard, the Biden officials have indefinitely postponed ban of cigarettes until supposedly, I guess, after the election. Now, this kind of was targeted towards, like, black voters, because we kind of know that there's a certain demographic that probably smokes more than others. And Biden was afraid that the backlash from the black voters were going to be, let's just say, a little harsh and not so civil, and that's why they decided, let's wait. Now, we live in America, right? For all of us that watch my channel are American citizens. We have the right to eat, sleep, and do what we please in the comfort of our own homes, and somewhat out of our homes to a degree, as long as you're being a law-abiding citizen, not breaking the law. But when it comes to banning, like, menthol cigarettes and trying to go after, like, Chuck Schumer went after Zen, it's going to fail. It's going to fail because not only will you have backlash from certain demographics that are either dip tobacco users, smokers, certain majority of demographics of people. It's really just more of, like, I feel the government trying to crunch down on our rights and just screw us more and more. And that's kind of what it is, partially. Now, the other part is, I think, virtual signaling. Trying to be careful. Because Biden supposedly knows that a lot of certain, Democratic black voters are going to vote for him. And a certain demographic will vote for him. And he doesn't want to lose those votes, which is again, pretty much parroting the liberal bullshit narrative that we all know that he does by trying to pretend that he cares about certain demographics, pretending that he allegedly cares about the kids, the youth. Yeah, when he allegedly is caught sniffing children's hair, that tells you how much Biden allegedly cares, right? Not very much. But it's nauseating because the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, who we really probably cannot trust majority of the time. Like, seriously, do we really want to put $100 that they are legitly in it to win it about our youth and about us and about our health and well-being? No, they're in it for money, which of course falls in the line with, they're just a company that's trying to capitalize off of people and different things and certain things and trying to be supposedly virtuous. Which makes it even more stupid. Because that's like allegedly trusting the C-19 jab. Which, yeah, we really don't trust that. That's bullshit. But Biden wants us to trust him with our life. Even with our children's lives. That he's just looking out for kids that shouldn't be getting a hold of it. Well, here's the problem with this. One, you have to be 21 to buy any nicotine product. You have to be 21 in order to go to a bar. You gotta be 21 in order to buy alcohol, adult beverages. You gotta be 21 to do these things. So, is he really looking after the youth and our livelihood? Or is he just doing it because, well, hell, Chuck Schumer tried it, and that was kind of a fail. And that was not what really they should have been doing in the first place. Well, they said that they decided to wait because of it could have potential political backlash from black voters. So now, again, black voters. So we're talking about a certain demographic. So maybe, sure, that certain demographic maybe smokes more than the Caucasian, the white American group. You know, maybe that is a little truth that they do smoke a little bit more. Who knows? But even if that may be true or false, whether you're white or black, it don't matter what race you are. What should matter is that this whole entire Biden trying to pretend that he's really caring about us, it's just pure BS. It's pure bullshit. Now, I never liked Biden. I hate Biden. I'm not gonna lie. I dislike everything about him. He's just not one of those people that I can trust. And I would never trust with my life or my family's life. I wouldn't even want to trust him because he'd just leave you hanging high and dry. And other allegations against him that are out there that kind of make it so weird that he's just one of those weird dudes. But to say, well, I don't want to piss off a certain demographic of people and lose votes, you know that's kind of gonna make you look stupid when you even when you try to ban menthol cigarettes. That's just dumb in itself. But only stopping it because you realize, oops, we might lose a certain demographic of people that might no longer vote for me if I do it. That just shows you right there the complete and utter stupidity that our president and the FDA has. The FDA, again, is not really in it for the people, nor is our government in it for the people. But this proposed ban was brought up in 2022 by the FDA, of course. And it was under Biden's initial targeted last August to finalize the rule. Well, he didn't do it because why? Because Chuck Schumer was going after, at some point, Zen. That didn't go very well. So that probably gave Biden the general idea not to do that. But it says here that more than 11% of U.S. adult smokers um, are roughly even between white and black people, but 80% of the black smoker smoke menthol. Well, that's kind of a really um, presumptuous argument there. Because how do you know what they smoke? Well, I guess they must have done their research or gone out in the street and watched a whole shit ton of people light up and tallied one up and asked, hey, what you smoking? And they must have tallied it or some shit. I don't know. But it's stupid because not only is it stupid because this is just a really piss poor assumed argument coming from our very not so good alleged communist Nazi leader Biden, but it's coming from the Food and Drug Administration, who again, we know they don't give a shit and giggles about us, so why should they? It's just, like I said, another PR stunt that they were trying to allegedly pull, and that PR stunt was going to backfire. Now, let me know if you smoke menthols. I don't need to know if you're black or white. Just let me know if you smoke menthols, period. Because I want to know what you think about this. Many people have literally pushed back against Biden for this. They have said numerous times that Biden, if you do this, you're going to lose people. And he's already, not really doing so hot in the polls. He's like, I don't know how far down he is. He's way behind Trump. Trump's ahead. But what really matters more is not about like Trump or Biden. It's just, yes, Biden does matter in this conversation because he is relevant in this conversation. But what really is more stupid about this is that it's just another way our government wants to control us. Our government wants us to be controlled and manipulated in a very narcissistic way, if you will, that we no longer will have freedom. What's next? The government is going to tell us we can no longer eat at Burger King, McDonald's, or any fast food? Because that's what it seems like it's coming down to, is socialism, communism, control. And that's kind of what the totalitarians, people like Justin Trudeau, the Russian leaders, Stalin, Hitler. Biden's now even gone into that list because that's what they all used to do. And I was thinking of one, not Plato, but Plato or something, whatever his name was. All the old dictators, the dictators that ruled would gain control by manipulating people. And it goes to show what our government really thinks about us. Our government doesn't really give a shit. Of course, our society lives off of capitalism, which is good. We should all enjoy capitalism. But they're making it harder for us to enjoy capitalism by crunching us down to a point where we no longer will have any control or say about what we do and what we think and feel. We only are allowed to be manipulated, deceived, and borderline harassed by random people because of our differences. And this is a very pathetic way of attempting for Biden to try to gain voters, a certain demographic of voters. I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of how it works with Biden and his little crew of nut jobs, of minion goons. They only go for a certain demographic because they just want those votes. That's it. The FDA doesn't care. If the FDA really did give a flying, pardon my French, a flying fuck about our livelihood, if our government gave a fuck about our livelihood, they wouldn't have done half of the shit they've done in their lifetime. They wouldn't even be trying to pull half of the shit that they do. But they're allowed to, apparently. Because you argue against them, you complain against them, they might allegedly hush you with either hush money or other ways that I'm not going to speak of because I can't say it on YouTube. But we know that this is exactly what Biden wants. Biden is just trying to look for more votes. It's a PR stunt that we know that Biden is really piss poor at doing. He's never done anything good in his time of being president. He's never cared. He's only looking out for himself, his people, and what he can try to get, which is control. That's how it comes down to. By controlling us, they have more control. And they have more rights to say what we can and cannot do. And what we can and cannot get away with. And it just goes to show, this is what Biden does. He just does these little simple, stupid PR stunts. And then he thinks, oh, it's going to work. But wait, it doesn't because, well, gee whiz, it's possibly going to piss off more people than absolutely make people happy that you're doing it. It's stupid, folks. It's literally preposterous that our own government is trying to do more control. They're trying to damage us. Don't let them damage us. I think that the age that you should be to even buy alcohol or tobacco or go into a bar is 21. If you are caught given any of this to minors, then yes, there should be a penalty for you. Yes, you should face that penalty because that's wrong. That's illegal. You're contributing to a minor by giving them alcohol or tobacco. And it's wrong. But the government's taking it one step further by doing something stupid that isn't even helping. It's just nonsense. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I hate this. I think this is absolutely stupid. I'm happy it didn't pass. Just another fucked up government. I can't wait until we get Trump back. But anyway, love you guys. Keep packing fat lips and sucking big tits, and I'll see y'all later. Yee yee.